I haven't the faintest idea. You know, the entire game. You give 13 free passes out and 11 hits or 8 hits, and that's a lot of base runners. You're not going to win any games with that.
Because it's such a rarity with you guys, is it something that, in a lot of respects, can be easier to just chalk up as an outlier and move on?
Well, I mean, that's the way you got to approach it. I haven't seen that out of our pitching staff since I've been here. I mean, that's just nobody could find the strike zone and behind the counts and 200 and some odd pitches, and that's not us. I don't blame you.
Anything else? Tony?
Just with Bartolo specifically, obviously some of the walks were to Harper. I mean, how much of that do you think he was trying, not necessarily to walk him, but at least to be very fine with him?
Well, I obviously you got to be, you got to pitch him carefully, but Bart's got too good command, when he's right, and and if you want to walk, I understand walking Harper. You got Murph hitting behind him, but you can't walk, Jason Worth and Harper to bring up Dan Murphy. You're asking for your throat to get cut. So, and that was the shocking. He did it 2 times in a row, and that's what baffled me. So, again, I'm just going to slough it off as one of those things that the game sometimes sees that makes it ugly, but we're better than that. We're a lot better than that.
Terry, just the 7th inning there, we had the bases loaded and didn't score. Just how frustrating was that?
Well, Freddie, I'll tell you, we're sitting in the dugout, and Dickie Scott and I were talking, and I said, we have a chance, with as ugly as this game is, to tie this game right now. And, I said, that's why the game's fickle. I mean, we've given up 20 base runners, and we've walked 10 guys, and whatever it was at the time. And I said, we got a chance to tie the game up. That's why it's. To be honest, that's why it's a great game. I mean, you just got to, if you keep plugging away, you'll be surprised how many times you're in it.
Tony?
I know it didn't ultimately matter, but what did you think of Lagares' Willie Mays catch?
Oh, God. It was tremendous. Not only that, you saw how, the route he took, the ball must have drifted on him, must have had some type of spin to it because it got over, started to tail back on him, and to be able to stay with that is running in that direction is amazing. He is what he was 2 years ago. This guy is an outstanding center fielder.
Terry, how do you think David moved around today, a day after you weren't able to play him? And does the 3 more strikeouts, rising strikeout totals, concern you?
Well, Joel, I mean, with what I heard from him yesterday, yeah, I think today, he felt a lot better. He wanted to get back in there. I don't know how he's going to do tomorrow after standing around for 4 hours and 200 pitches, and so we'll assess it tomorrow. But we've got concerns about David, and we're not, and he does too. So it's nothing. It's something that's brand new that not a lot of people have had to deal with. We don't know from day to day how it's going to be. As I can try to get him to hopefully stay a little positive, that when it warms up, maybe it won't be as bad. But we don't know. We just don't know. And he's plugging away and as best he can. We've seen some big games out of him, and we've seen some games that weren't. So we don't know how to approach it, really. It's new to us. It's new to him, and we've just got to try to continue to figure it out on a daily basis.